Okay, here we go. This is going to be tips and tricks when wearing cologne. All right, so this one's going to be using my latest scent, which is Starwalker by Mont Blanc. It's okay scent. Heavy on the alcohol, but I mean, it's okay. I mean, I would rate it probably like a 6, something like that. But anyway, if you want to know if it's a good blind buy, I would blind buy it, but it's like I say, it's like a, I don't know. I mean, it's it's very generic. I'll tell you it like that. It's very generic. So if you get it, just know it's very, 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 very generic. But it's okay scent. So when wearing cologne, there are certain places that you want to put cologne on, certain places that you don't. First off, you're not going to get projection at all if you just do this and then walk into it. You're not. So don't do that. You be seeing that on TV and stuff like that, people doing that. No. What you want to do? You want to hit the points where you know it's going to project the best. So those are your neck, so you can spray it on your neck, wherever. Behind your ears, you can spray it, wherever you want behind your ears. Your wrist, your arm area, wrist and arm area. I like to pull down my shirt, spray on my chest, and I usually spray on my lower area, like my ankles or something like that, because scents do have a tendency to rise as well. And to me, that's where you get the most projection. Sometimes I spray if it's a scent that doesn't project as good as I would like it to. Sometimes I move my collar down and I spray on like my shoulder area to get that extra oomph. And if it still doesn't project, you can just do it as necessary. Spray more as necessary. Another way to make it project a little bit better, put lotion on beforehand. This is some non-scented lotion, fragrance free, because you don't want it to clash with the aroma of the house. So this is from the house of Mont Blanc. You don't want this to smell like a fragrance, and then it clashes with this, unless the fragrance complements the scent. But you have to smell the fragrance first to know if it complements, because sometimes other scents can enhance. It's called layering. Or petroleum jelly. You can put that on there, spray it on the petroleum jelly, and then the petroleum jelly is getting into your pores instead of the scent. So then the scent is actually staying on the surface longer. Because if you spray it on your skin, it's going to seep into your pores quicker and then not last as long. But if you spray it on this or on this, then as the lotion is seeping into your pores, then it's more time for the scent to not seep into your pores. Then once the scent seeps into your pores, you realize, oh my God, it lasts longer than if I was to not use lotion or not use petroleum jelly or Vaseline. Another one. Don't think all the time that because you cannot smell the scent then nobody can smell the scent. What I mean by that is if you're going out and before you go out, you spray, 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 get all your sprays in, and once you get to the place, you can't smell it no more. What you need to do is ask someone, can you smell my scent? If they can't smell it, then you re-up. But if they can smell it, then you don't need to re-up because then it's going to be overpowering because now you can spray too much on you. You know, sometimes I'll spray a scent and I can't smell it. I ask my fiance, can you smell the scent? She's like, oh yeah, I can smell it. And then I'm like, up, up, up. Put the cap back on, put it down. She can smell it. That means other people can smell it. Wear scents for different occasions. There's summer scents, there's spring scents, there's fall scents, there's winter scents, and then there's all year round scents. There's day scents, there's night scents, there's t-shirt scents, there's polo scents, button down scents, black tie affair scents. You'll get used to it once you really get into fragrances. But like, for example, this to me, Starwalker is more of a evening wear. You know, it's not really a fresh scent, but at the same time, it's not really a dark scent, like a deep scent that you would just wear at night or something like that. You can get away with it, but I feel like it's just like an evening wear scent. You can wear it dress up, you can wear it dress down a little bit. Not really necessarily saying it's a t-shirt fragrance, but I feel like, you know, you can get away with, you know, wearing this with like a polo, wearing this with like a, even if you wear a t-shirt, not really a white t-shirt fragrance, but you can get away with wearing this, you know, day night. You can get away with wearing this, just hanging out with your friends. I wouldn't say just go run errands and then put this on because it's a decent fragrance. You know, it's a decent fragrance, but it's not like when you smell it, you're gonna know like, okay, there's other fragrances that smell like this, but it's my first Mont Blanc scent, so that's why I bought it. Cause I'm like, I don't have any Mont Blanc scents. Let me get one. And it was cheap, $20. Um, Another thing, too, is don't think every scent is a scent that you can wear 24/7. Like I just mentioned, you know, don't get a scent like, you know, I have Guess Seductive Blue. Don't just go in the wintertime and be like, oh, I like the way it smells. Let me just spray it. Because it's not going to work for the wintertime because it's a scent for the warmer weather. Hence, blue. Green scents, good for like springtime, things like that. You can get away with it in some other times, but it's good for that. You know, like noir type scents. Good for the cooler weather. You know, like I have Guess Seductive Noir. It's good for this time. I can wear this scent when it's cooler. You know, the darker the scents, the colder the weather. You know, the lighter the scents, the warmer the weather you can wear it in. You know, so remember that. And layering, that's a good one. Uh, Sometimes there's scents that smell similar and they can complement each other. So for instance, I can spray a scent that smells similar, just smell them, and then you can layer. And then it'll help with the projection. So then you can spray a few scents of this, a few scents of the other one, and then bam. You know, another thing when spraying too, don't do what some people do is this to try to rub the scent in. Because now, you know, I just told you that scents seep into your pores. Now you're rubbing the scent into your pores. So before you even leave, you're not going to smell that scent anymore because you rubbed it into your pores. And some people do that. You know, only do it if you spray too much. If you spray too much, you just went. It's like I'm gonna do one spray right here, and then you accidentally do 2 or 3 sprays. Yeah, you can rub it in, but don't just rub it in off the bat because what you can do instead of rubbing it in, just do like this. Just fan it a little bit to die it down a little bit, but don't rub it in because then you're rubbing it into your pores. Um, So, things like that. Another thing too is try at your hardest. You know, if you're wearing like in the summertime, if you're wearing a summer scent, try at your hardest. If you sweat, try to prevent that. I know some people can't, but there's ways that you can try to prevent it and try at your hardest. You know, try at your hardest. If you can, too, before you wear a scent, try to take a bath or a shower. Because then you're rubbing off all the dirt, the oils, the things that make you smell funky. You're rubbing off, any previous scents that you might have had on, lotions, things like that. And then spray your scent, and then it'll come out fresher, it'll come out cleaner, it'll project more, things like that. Um, Another one too, try to have several scents. Like I have quite a few scents, not as much as people like Justin Copeland, Jeremy Fragrance, TLGT reviews, TLTG reviews. I'm sorry, I always say that. I'm sorry. Uh, Big Beer Business, Bowtie Fragrance Guy. I don't have as many scents as them, but I have quite a few scents because you don't want every time you go out, people know it's you. They're like, I know it's you because all you wear is cool water. So he's a cool water guy, or he's the Sauvage guy, or he's the House of Creed of Ventus guy. It's like, come on now, come on. So have a lot of scents. Don't just have, I got my summer scent, I got my fall scent, I got my winter scent, I got my spring scent, and that's it. I know people like that. All they got is a couple of scents. That's it. So everywhere they go, they're gonna smell just like that. You know. So try to have a bunch of scents so that when people come around you, they're always intrigued. Like, oh, he smelled different. He smelled different. He smelled different. Et cetera, et cetera. And that's how I am. When I go out, I'm never smelling the same. You know, sometimes I might have a scent that I used before, but it's a scent that I didn't use the last time I went to that place. You know, like I might use Boss Hugo Boss #1, and then next time I go out, I might use Guess There, and then next time I go out, I might use Guess Seductive Homme Noir, and the next time I go out, I might use Cool Water Intense or Black of F Black by Ferragamo, or I don't know, Milestone by, Club D Nuit Milestone by the House of Moth. Uh, and the list goes on. Guess Man, Forever. It just, it varies. It varies depending on where I'm going. I might say, okay, well, this is the night I want to use 3 a.m. This is, which it really isn't a night scent, but I might want to use, from the House of Son John, Unforgivable, or, whatever the case may be, you know. So, you always want to have a mixture of scents. And good thing about it is scents do not always have to be expensive. People think I have to go to Dillard's, Macy's, um, Neiman Marcus, Nordstrom, and places like that to get the real thing. Yeah, you're gonna get the real thing when you go there, but you can get cheap goodies from Marshalls, TJ Maxx, Burlington Coat Factory, Ross Dress for Less. You know, Mont Blanc is a good company. Ross Dress for Less. I've gotten Jimmy too from Ross Dress for Less. I've gotten, various, name brands that are really good, cheap steals. You know, I mean, Vince Camuto, got that from Ross. Gotten good fragrances from TJ Maxx. Burberry Touch. Still sell that at, you know, Ulta Beauty, and they still sell that at Macy's, but you can get it cheaper, 20, 30, $35. John Varvatos, you know, Macy's still sell that type of stuff, but I get it from Marshalls, TJ Maxx, Burlington Co Factory, Ross Dress for Less. So these are just some tips. Like I said, the fragrance I have right now is Starwalker by Mont Blanc. Like I said, pretty decent fragrance. Not anything spectacular, not anything that's going to wow you because it's really generic. I don't really even know the notes in it. I just know that, just from smelling it, it's just generic. That's all that's really how I describe it. It's not overpowering. It lasts probably about 3, 4 hours, maybe, if that, on my skin. And then after a while, I literally have to do this and say, oh yeah, it's still on my skin. So projection's not amazing, things like that. But not saying that everything that you buy from a rack store is going to be like this, where the projection's not amazing. Like I bought the House of Hugo Boss. I bought Bottle Night from Ross, and that fragrance projects like $100 bottle of cologne. Same thing with number one by the House of Hugo Boss. It literally projects like $100 bottle. So there's going to be different things that you can buy that actually project really well. So don't underestimate the rack stores thinking that you're just going to be these name brands that just get their cheapest fragrances and they put them on the rack stores. Like there's polo fragrances at rack stores. Like TJ Maxx right now has polo blues. I forget which one it is, but because I know they have polo blue and they have like a polo blue something. I forgot. Whatever that other polo blue is, they sell it at TJ Maxx. It's like I think $60, 50, $60, something like that. So I haven't bought it yet because I'm normally when I buy, I stay around the 15, 20, 25, 30, and 35 range. I don't go no higher than like $35 when I buy a fragrance from a rack store. So I'm trying to wait to see if they're going to actually put that polo blue on clearance. Because I do have a polo blue that I got for a gift years and years and years ago, but it's not the real thing and it does not smell good at all. I just keep it for show. But once I get a real polo blue, I'm going to toss that one because I couldn't even give that to nobody because it smells terrible. So yeah, definitely, I would say, most importantly, when starting a collection, find out what you like and then go accordingly. But make sure that you have a lot of scents. Make sure that you have a lot of scents. Like don't just, like I said before, don't just have 3, 4 scents and then everybody know what you smell like every time you come in the room. Like they like, I know that's Davinci the poet. Because he's either gonna smell like cool water, he's either gonna smell like milestone, he's either gonna smell like, whatever. You don't want to be that guy, you know. And if you can't afford even these type of colognes, if you can't afford it, go somewhere that sells like the oils. And the oils normally smell just like the real fragrance. Like if you can't afford Polo Red, go get the Polo Red oil. That's how I started off. Actually, I started off by buying the oils. Like I can't afford Creed, so I would get Creed Hours 3 in an oil. I would get Milsom Imperial in an oil. Aventus in an oil. Because I'm like, I can't afford $300 but I still can't. But I, started building my collection by having the oils. Polo Black, Tom Ford, all they things I bought up in oils, little cheap oils, smell like the real thing. And then, like me, start off with your rack store shopping. This is literally a $20 bottle that smells pretty. It smells decent. $20. So that's it. I'm gonna stop rambling. As always, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Peace. And this has been your boy James Darnell, aka Davinci the Poet. And I'm out. Love y'all.